Hello once again, and welcome to the Trio Times News, your best source for Trio news here in Eastern Maine Community College. I'm Douglas Hinckley, joined as always by my esteemed co-anchor, Dalton Terrio.
Thanks, Doug. Once again, I'm glad to be here dishing out piping hot Trio news.
Our first story tonight involves Wellness Week, taking place April 26th through April 30th. Everyone is doing the best they can right now, so Trio is keeping Wellness Week low-key this year. Check your inboxes for more information, and be sure to tune in Thursday, April 29th at noon for our Lunch and Learn where we can share pride in our accomplishments.
Doug, I think it's safe to call Cooking with Autumn our most popular segment. Agreed?
I've certainly learned a thing or two from her.
You are not alone. Because demand was so high for Cooking with Autumn, the Trio News proudly presents another mouth-watering segment of Cooking with Autumn.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Autumn. Today we're going to be making chicken pot pie. You will need chicken breasts, thawed out, pie crust. You can use any kind of pie crust, but I recommend the rolled ones. And then gravy, any gravy is fine. And a can of cream of chicken condensed soup. And then for vegetables, you can add whatever you want. I am adding corn, peas, and carrots. You'll also need a pie dish and a frying pan. Any size is fine. It's just to cook the chicken in. So I'm going to use about this much chicken. So you'll want to cut off all of the fat on your chicken and dice it up into small pieces about that big. So now we have all of our chicken cut up into pretty small pieces. And now we're going to turn the oven on to about 5 is what I start at. So I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. You don't have to. You could use vegetable oil or butter or whatever you prefer to cook your chicken. And then I'm going to put our chicken in. And then you'll need like a spatula, spread it around. And then you're just going to let the chicken fully cook until it turns white. We'll also add some salt and pepper for seasoning. So now our chicken is well cooked. We're going to put it into a bowl. And then you're going to put a whole can of cream of chicken in with it. And then you'll also want to put some gravy in. It's really up to you how much you add. I would add about half of this can, and this can is a 10.5 ounce can. But it doesn't have to be canned gravy. It could be from a jar or from a packet. And then you'll mix this together. Can you see it? So you want to drain all of your vegetables. So you're going to add, I add about half a cup of corn and half a cup of peas. And then half a cup of carrots. And then we're going to mix that up. And then I'm actually going to add more corn because I really like corn. And maybe some more peas too. Okay. Now that we have our pie filling complete, we're going to preheat the oven to 375. So next we're going to take our rolled pie crusts, and you're going to want to thaw these out from the freezer for a little bit beforehand. So we are going to just try to unravel this gently. You gotta be patient with it. Alright. And then try to place it evenly in your pie dish, and then go around the corners, and then just flatten it. Like that. And then we're going to take our filling and pour it in. And then even it out. And then we're going to take our other pie crust and put it on top. And don't be like me and rip it, but we'll fix that. So I just place that on top and kind of pat it down. Yeah. I try to pinch the two pie crusts together all the way around it, and then I roll it over. So now you should have something that looks like this, and then I take a fork and I push down all the way around like this. This helps seal it a little better, and also it looks a little better too. So now that we've got all of our little lines around the edges, I'm just going to poke some holes in the top, and I make kind of like a design. And you can get more fancy with this if you want, but I don't put too much effort into it because we're just going to eat it. So next you're going to cover the whole top of it with tin foil. Like that. And then we're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes. So now that it's been 30 minutes, we're going to take it out and take the tin foil off. And then you're going to put it back in for 15 to 20 minutes. And here's our finished pie. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Cooking with Autumn.
Thanks again, Autumn, for helping us all achieve our epicureal dreams. In other news, registration for the fall 2021 semester is now open. Classes do fill up, so don't delay. You can register on MyEMCC or by reaching out to a TRIO advisor. Summer registration is also open for those students interested.
Speaking of fall, the FAFSA deadline is May 1st. Don't fall behind. Complete your FAFSA today or reach out to a TRIO advisor for help. Remember, you need to complete a FAFSA for each year you are a student.
Doug, I think it's safe to call DIY with Carrie our most popular segment. Agreed?
Well, I've certainly learned a thing or two from her.
You are not alone. Because demand was so high for more DIY with Carrie, the TRIO News proudly presents another mouth-watering segment of DIY with Carrie. finally, our top story tonight, graduation. Congrats to all 2021 EMCC grads, including my esteemed co-anchor and best friend, Doug.
Thank you, old friend.
If you're watching this and you have not taken time to celebrate yourself and your accomplishments, do it. Graduating college is a big deal.
And graduating college during a pandemic is an even bigger deal. This has been the hardest year ever, and don't ever forget how far you've come despite the odds. On behalf of everyone at Trio,
congrats, we love you, and happy summer.
Thank you, old friend. What? What's so funny?